This is what I believe is a deliberate attempt to hide what is a private club and try to masquerade it as a functioning parliament. Now, basically, a private members' bill is you get a free pop at making a law, right? It literally works because there is a big book, and it's got numbers 1 to 650. You put your name beside any random number. They put all the names in a hat, and they pick out 6, and those 6 get a chance at making a law, right? The way private members' bills works is business starts first thing in the day, so 9:30, and it has to be done by 2:30. That's the very latest. So that's the slot of time you've got. And if you happen to get through 6 private members' bills, then brilliant. But if you find that you're talking about the one bill for 6 hours, then that's it. That you get through one bill and those other folks' work just totally goes to waste, right? So that's really critical, 2:30. So the tactics you'll have heard, filibustering, where Tory MPs get up and they just talk and talk and talk for ages and ages so that eventually the bill will fall. Another tactic is to make their speech deliberately provocative so that you'll want to interrupt all the time so that it just keeps adding on minutes and minutes and minutes. Now, in order for this to run smoothly, there is an old, again, Victorian rule, right, and the rule book of Parliament, which doesn't exist, that says that you have to have a minimum of 40 people present in order for it to pass what's called a quorum, right? And the tactic normally is that, say the debate starts and you're an hour into it and the Tory's talking away and he has been for an hour, and then another Tory will stand up. He'll notice that everybody's dwindled away, do what I did, go for the lunch and stuff. He goes, Speaker, I want a quorum. The Speaker stands up and goes, oh, there's only 8 people in the chamber. Right, it falls, doesn't meet the quorum, and it gets chucked out, right? So in order to combat this, what we had to do was Patrick Grady, our Chief Whip, had to start up first thing in the debate, and it had to be before the debate title was read out, which was critical for some reason. He had to stand up and say, I call a quorum, Mr. Speaker. Now, this happened when I had a private member's bill. Usually the Speaker goes, right, that's fine. Cool, it's been used once, it can't be used again. So that trick's out the window, right? So that's why it's important for him to do this. So usually that's it and it works fine. But this time when he said, I want a quorum, and the Speaker says, right, is there 40 present? The Tories started shouting no. They started shouting that there was less than 40 present. There was no seating room. We were standing. And the Speaker's going, oh, well, I mean, they're disagreeing. So he has to call a division, and he has to go, right, do you think there's 40 people here? And 200 of us go, aye. And another couple go, no, right? The Speaker apparently has to go, right, division. So even though blatantly you can see there are more than 40 people here, a division was called. So we did the usual thing, going round the lobbies, going round the corridors. The whole time we're all frustrated because this is it eating into the debate time. We're running up to 2:30. And like that, it gets to 20 minutes, 25 minutes, and I'm thinking, what is the hold-up? We're all being counted, we're all left sitting here. And I can see Patrick sort of flurrying about, you know, like something's happening. And what it was that in the no lobby, there was a Tory sat down, and Patrick comes in at the end, because the doors are locked, and he goes, clear the lobbies, everybody out, so that we can count the votes. This Tory just went, nah. And Patrick was going, could you please move? Nah, I'm not getting up. What's Patrick going to do? He can't physically do it, so he has to go out to the Speaker and say, such and such isn't moving. The Speaker then goes, we'll give him 5 minutes, because why not? And then, next thing, the Speaker stands up and goes, Sergeant of Arms, see her? That's a sword, right? And that's literally what they did. They sent in the person with the sword to chase him out. That's how they clear the lobby. Now, all of this happened. This is half an hour, 35 minutes that we've, eaten up in this place. And that's having a vote to decide whether there's 40 people present so that we can have the debate. We've not even started the debate. And that is the carry-on that has went on. I have done nothing other than walk through that corridor and then sit waiting on the speaker to get the game going, wait for the Sergeant-at-Arms to do her thing. Right? It is absolutely ludicrous that this happens. Then they did it again in order to prevent the next debate coming. I actually missed a flight and had to get a later one because of this ridiculous kind of fanfare. Twice I saw a grown man coming out of a lobby getting chased by someone with a sword. Right? Now you have to laugh at that. I had to laugh at that. I had to text my pals immediately, right? But like that, you need to laugh because otherwise you would just go insane. Because the reality is, that's what we get paid. If there's 6 votes in one night, we get paid that, and we do nothing but stand and gab in a corridor. I mean, justify that. So when we complain about Parliament, it's not just because we're SNP and we don't like Westminster and it's a childish thing. It's because it is not a functioning Parliament. It is a joke.